Hey there! Welcome to Product Marketing Maestros, Tales from the Front Lines. I'm your host, Nitin Karthik. As the author of the Amazon bestseller Product Marketing Wisdom, I've always found that real-world case studies are the true litmus test for the effectiveness of any product marketing strategy. And that is why on this show, we dive into the minds of industry titans, as well as rising stars, unpacking their expertise in action-packed episodes that showcase the power of product marketing through real-world case studies. And today, my friends, we are joined by product marketing maestro Allison Rona in the San Francisco Bay Area. Allison is a seasoned director of product marketing with over a decade of experience driving growth for B2B SaaS organizations and enterprise businesses. Having worked in product marketing at startups like Gem, Sendoso, and Sales Intel, as well as enterprises like Pearson, Allison excels in go-to-market strategy, messaging, positioning, and sales enablement. She has worked with companies from $25 million to $250 million in revenue, with accomplishments such as launching successful multi-channel customer engagement strategies and leading strong product marketing teams. Passionate about infusing customer insights into marketing, Allison also mentors teams and thrives on cross-functional collaboration. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Allison Rona. Allison, welcome to the show.
Wow, that was quite an intro. Really appreciate it. And I'm so excited to be here. I feel like I'm stepping into, just there's so many people, awesome product marketers who've been on your show before. So I'm really excited to join all of those and to walk in their footsteps.
Absolutely. And it is great product marketers like you that make the show successful. So thank you. Thank you, Allison. Okay. So Allison, today we will use a case study from your experience. And Allison, we'll use the ABC framework. We'll talk about the antecedents, the prior challenges. We'll talk about the behaviors, what were some of the actions that you took. And we'll talk about the conclusion, how things played out. So with that, Allison, pick a situation from your experience and tell us what were the antecedents, what were the prior challenges?
Well, I'm excited to chat with you about this. So I used to work for a company that sold B2B data to sales and marketing teams. And, our messaging, our positioning really always focused on the fact that data was high quality, that it was better than our competitors. And for a really long time, that messaging really resonated with the market. But, I started seeing a shift in the market. I'm talking to my sales team, right? I'm listening to calls. I'm just keeping my finger on the pulse of what's happening, on LinkedIn with other sales and marketers. And really that data quality was to be expected, right? This was now not something that was, a differentiation. It was really just something that was table stakes now. And so we had really high goals to achieve, really high pipeline goals, right? And I knew that kind of maybe updating this messaging and really thinking through how to really reposition us, that would help us achieve, right? As a product marketer, that would help us achieve higher pipeline goals by bringing more people, right, into the funnel that we're seeing kind of at the top if we're really speaking their language. Plus, looking back on it now, right, like just talking about high quality data, I mean, that's a feature, right? That's not even a benefit. That's not a value prop. And I knew that by kind of reshifting that focus, that I could help the company like achieve those higher pipeline goals and really just frankly speak to my audience even better. So I knew then that I had to really, adjust the messaging and to really change it to speak better to our audience.
Excellent. I love that, Allison, because a lot of our audience, I think, struggles with that, right? Like you said, high quality is no longer a game changer. It is table stakes. Okay. It's like a hygiene feature. You better have it. Excellent. Awesome.
Totally.
So thank you, Allison, for laying the framework. So now let's talk about the behaviors. Tell us, okay, given these antecedents, what were some of the actions that you took?
Yeah. So now that I knew that, we had this opportunity, right? I had this opportunity to really affect bringing more people in, right? Really speaking to my audience, my ideal customer profile, as we say. I went to go and update the messaging. And so I had a hypothesis on, what the messaging should be just based upon, listening and having these conversations with customers, right? Like I'd mentioned. So I went and I mocked up really a quick PDF working with my designer and to say, okay, this is the messaging that I want to put on the homepage. But I didn't just go and ship it right away, right? So I kind of mocked this up and then I shared it with people in my ICP. Now I didn't have any budget to do this, so I didn't use any kind of other program. I really just did this on my own. I found people in my ICP who really didn't know what the company did. So that's how I knew that I would really kind of get real feedback. And I found other, sales and marketing leaders. And I shared that with them, my new messaging, and I asked them questions around, does this speak to you? Is this clear? Does this address your challenges? And the good news is that it was really hitting, it was resonating with them. I mean, they gave me some feedback on some of the language that I used, which I thought was super helpful. And then I was able to tweak my messaging, based upon their feedback. And so then I had something that was really ready to go and really ready to test.
Wonderful. That feeling is amazing, isn't it? When you've got something and it's like, all right, let's get this thing into the real world and test it out. Absolutely fabulous. So thank you, Allison, for telling us about the behaviors. Now, Allison, bring it home. So tell us about the conclusion. How did the situation play out for you?
Yeah, so then it was time to see, right? Was this actual messaging going to resonate with the market? And the way that, I decided to test it, me and my team, it wasn't only me, right, is really just shipping it, right? And putting it on our homepage and seeing, are we going to get people kind of coming in? Are we going to get more demo requests, right? People coming into our pipeline and wanting to see what the product looked like once we change this messaging to be more value focused, to be more focused on the benefits, on what you would get with this data. And the good news is that it worked. So pretty much immediately within the first week, saw a 30% increase in people coming into the funnel. So I knew that, after seeing that huge increase, right, it was definitely worth the time and energy, right, to kind of go through this. It was worth it, as a product marketer, my role is really to keep my finger on the pulse of the market and to see and to kind of bring that voice of customer in, right? That's what we constantly hear about. And this was true. This was kind of a real life case study about hearing what was happening in the market and knowing that how it affected the messaging for my company, and just making some of these changes made sure that I saw that immediate increase in those conversions.
Wow, that's amazing. When we have a plan and then we execute against a plan and then the results actually show the power of our execution. I love it. Wonderful, wonderful. So thank you, Allison, for that excellent story. So Allison, tell us, if people wanted to find out more about you and find out what's next, where can they do that?
Yeah, I am all over LinkedIn. So that is the place to connect with me. So connect with me. Let's have a conversation, whether it's about messaging, product marketing, or really anything else.
Wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely fabulous. So thank you, Allison. Folks, definitely reach out to Allison and take her up on the offer to have a chat. And for even more insights, check out my Amazon bestseller, Product Marketing Wisdom, at productmarketingwisdom.com. And armed with today's knowledge, let's make the magic happen.